Is this the end of the road for prompt engineering? You know, the art of crafting those perfect sentences to get exactly what you want out of an AI. It's a skill that's become a hot commodity. But what if I told you its days might be numbered? The reason? A new wave of AI technology, autonomous agents. Stick with me, because we're diving deep into a future where you don't talk asterisk to asterisk AI, you give it a goal, and it just goes. So, let's start with what prompt engineering even is. Think of it like being a director for an AI actor. You give it a script, the prompt, telling it who to be, what to know, and what to do. A good prompt is provides context and sets clear boundaries. For example, instead of just saying write about cars, a great prompt would be, as a veteran automotive journalist, write a 500-word blog post for an audience of classic car enthusiasts comparing the driving experience of a 1965 Ford Mustang with a modern electric sports car. See the difference? The second one is packed with instructions. This skill has been crucial for getting reliable results from models like GPT-4. Companies are even hiring prompt engineers for six-figure salaries. It's been the bridge between human intention and machine execution. But here's the twist. The ultimate goal of AI has always been to make things simpler for us, right? We want to reduce the friction, not add a new layer of complexity. Having to learn a whole new way of talking to a computer feels a bit like a step backward, doesn't it? It's like we've built this incredibly powerful engine, but we still have to use a complicated series of levers and knobs to get it to drive. What we really want is to just tell the car where to go and have it figure out the route, the speed, and how to handle the traffic all by itself. And that's exactly where AI agents come in. An AI agent is a system that can perceive its environment, make decisions, and take actions to achieve a specific goal. It's not just a language model waiting for your next command. It's a proactive problem solver. You don't give it a detailed prompt. You give it an objective. For example, instead of crafting a series of prompts to research a topic, write a summary, find images, and post it to a blog. You just tell an AI agent, create a comprehensive blog post about the impact of climate change on polar bears, including recent data and images, and publish it to my website. How does it do this? Well, an agent essentially becomes its own prompt engineer. It takes your high-level goal and breaks it down into a series of smaller, manageable tasks. For a blog post example, the agent might first think, okay, step 1, I need to search for the latest scientific papers on climate change and polar bear populations. It would then generate its own internal prompt to perform that search. After gathering the data, its next thought might be, step 2, I need to synthesize this information into a coherent narrative. So, it generates another internal prompt, telling itself to act as a science writer and draft the article. Then, step 3, find high-quality, royalty-free images of polar bears. It generates another prompt for an image search. Step 4, log in to the blog and publish the post. It figures out the steps to interact with the website. It's a continuous loop of planning, acting, and self-correction. The agent performs a task, reviews the result, and decides what to do next. If a search query doesn't yield good results, it will try a different one. If the draft it writes is too technical, it might decide to simplify it. It's basically having a conversation with itself, constantly refining its own prompts until the final goal is met. This is a game changer. We're moving from a command and response model to a goal and execution model. The cognitive load shifts from you, the user, to the AI. Let's look at some real-world examples that are already showing us what's possible. Take AutoGPT, one of the first projects that really captured the public's imagination. You could give it a role and a goal, like an AI designed to grow a Twitter account, and it would start planning and executing tasks, writing tweets, following relevant accounts, analyzing engagement. It wasn't perfect, but it was a powerful proof of concept. More recently, we've seen tools like Devin AI, which has been marketed as the first AI software engineer. You give it a coding problem from a real-world job platform, and it can plan the entire solution. Write the code, debug it, and deploy it. It uses its own command line, its own code editor, and its own web browser. It's not just generating code snippets, it's managing the entire workflow. Think about the implications for your daily life. Imagine an agent that manages your calendar. You just tell it, I need to have a 1-hour lunch meeting with Sarah next week, somewhere quiet near her office. The agent would then check your calendar Check. Sarah S. public calendar, or email her to ask for her availability. Research nearby restaurants, check reviews, book a table, and add the event with all the details to both your calendars. You wouldn't need to do anything except give that initial instruction. This isn't science fiction. This is the direction the technology is heading. So, does this mean prompt engineering is completely dead? Well, not so fast. I think it's more accurate to say it's evolving. While we might not be handcrafting long, complex prompts for every single task, the principles behind good prompting will become even more crucial, but at a different level. First, setting a clear, unambiguous goal for an agent is, in itself, a form of high-level prompting. Garbage in, garbage out still applies. If you give an agent a vague or poorly defined objective like make me successful, it's not going to know where to start. Defining success, is it financial? Is it social media growth? Is it learning a new skill? Is a critical prompting skill? Second, for complex or highly specialized tasks, we might still need to guide or customize our agents. Think of it as setting the agent's constitution or its core operating principles. You might need to give it a specific persona, a set of ethical guidelines, or a preferred tone of voice before you let it loose. This is like prompt engineering, but for the agent's entire personality rather than a single task. It's about shaping the decision maker, not just the decision. And finally, someone still needs to build and fine-tune these agents. The developers and researchers creating these systems are using the principles of prompt engineering on a massive scale to train the agents how to think, plan, and The skill isn't disappearing. It's being abstracted away, embedded into the core of the AI systems themselves. So, the future of our interaction with AI is likely to be a hybrid one. For simple, everyday tasks, we'll just state our goals and let agents handle the rest. Prompting as we know it will become invisible, a seamless part of the user experience. But for power users, developers, and those pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, a deeper understanding of how to communicate intent, set constraints, and shape AI behavior will be more valuable than ever. The era of meticulously crafting paragraphs of instructions for every little thing is probably fading. But the core idea of communicating effectively with a non-human intelligence, that's here to stay. It's just getting a whole lot smarter. The job title prompt engineer might fade away, but the skill of a master communicator will just become part of a new, more powerful role. What do you think? Is this the future you're excited about? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into the future of AI, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one!